This is my latest bicycle find. This is a Diamondback Wildwood. It's a 20-inch frame. It's got 26 by 195 tires and wheels on here. It's got a front shock, 21-speed grip shift, and got this on the local Facebook marketplace. The chain was really rusty on this. It's got a sticker on it. This was from the Gulf Shores of Alabama. That's probably why the chain was so rusty. I put some penetrating oil on this and got it working again, but still looks pretty bad. 21 speed, grip shift, 7 gears on the rear. Everything was just really rusty. I'll show a video of what this looked like when I first got it. And this is the first look of the Diamondback Wildwood that I just picked up on Facebook Marketplace. It has a very rusty chain and gears on here. Hasn't been ridden in a long time. It was stored in a garage, but not a climate control. Definitely got to lube this up. This is a 21 speed grip shift. It's a 20-inch frame. It's got 26 by 195 tires on here. Front shock. And they did not have the key for this lock, so I have to pull the seat off to get this off. Thank goodness it's not wrapped around the frame. Actually looks really good. Just got some rust showing on here. Got a kickstand. Think we can clean this up, make this a nice usable bike again. Tires look good on here. Front shock. And we'll show you what we do to this, and then we'll give it a ride. And 3 gears on the crank. Shimano components. This is an older Shimano rear derailleur and Shimano crank derailleur here. This comes out. It's a 20-inch large frame in Gulf Shores of Alabama. 6061 aluminum frame. Wildwood had several of the Diamondback Wildwoods. This one you can see has got a different kind of frame where it's kind of got a bend in it, which makes it look really nice. Came with a bottle cage. Front shock. Some of these boots are kind of worn on here. This is a Omni. See some of the rust on here. I try to get some of this off, and that boot is torn on this side. Shock still seems to work okay. Quick release wheels, front and rear. Tires seem to be in really good condition on here. I pumped these up and they have been holding air ever since. Had to make some adjustments to the brakes. They still kind of stick with this front one. After you ride it a while, it'll release. And the rear brake also had a drag in it as well. Very windy day here today. The seat kind of looks a little faded out. A little different on the top, but it's not torn. Very comfortable. 20-inch frame, but it certainly doesn't feel like it. It feels a little small to me for my size. It's got a kickstand, and you can see some of the rust up here, which I don't like to see on the reflector and within here, but everything seems to work. Older Revo shift with the indicator numbers in here. Just lubed everything on here, pumped the tires up. These brakes are really kind of dry rotted on here. Got some cracks in. The brakes really need to be replaced. Just hadn't been ridden in a long time. I'll ride this some more to see if they will seat back in, but they really need to be replaced. And we're missing our end cap here. I'll show you what these cables look like where these end caps come off. This is a mess that comes out very well. That's why these little end caps protect these cables. When they ever come off, they just kind of start unraveling. So that one's missing. Front brake is still there, the end cap. Front derailleur, crank derailleur still there, as well as a brake, rear brake. Just that one down here. I had lubed this chain, saturated it with penetrating oil to get it loosened back up. It's helped a lot. It still needs to be cleaned a little bit better than it is. There's a lot of rust on these little posts here that I got out. It's around the rear bike rack. Usually find some really nice bikes, and this one just happens to be not as nice as the others. Just a bike that wasn't being used, had some rust on it. But a very well made bike, Diamondback Wildwood. 20 inches, it just seems to be a bit short for me. Things needed to be tightened up. The handlebars were really loose on here. This bolt right here was loose, got it all tightened now. Let's give it a little ride here around the little neighborhood park. Very overcast day. It's going to rain any time now. And just show you how this Diamondback rides now since I got it cleaned up. Got it back working again. Still needs some work, but this will be a really nice bike. And here we go. Cockpit view here on the Diamondback Wildwood. You can hear a little bit of a brake drag. Made adjustments on that, but it still rubs, and after I ride it a while it seems to go off, stop rubbing. Don't like to make a whole lot of adjustments on the bike until you've ridden it some and get everything lubed. And I think it's stopped now. I believe it's the front that kind of sticks. Yeah, it's nice and quiet now. Very pretty color bike. I'll go through the gazebo here. It's kind of an overcast day. It's actually in the 60s, the temperature. Had some very unusual January weather. Seems to shift good. All the way to first, second. Wouldn't hardly shift at all when I first got it. 7th gear seems to slip a little bit, but now the lubing has really helped. Show you the shifting here, go through the gazebo. Haven't really wanted to ride this very far yet, just in case something breaks on a bike like this with a very rusty chain. See if I can show you the gears here. It's actually really good. That 7th gear was not going like it should when I first got this. Lubed it up, it's a lot better. Show you the crank as well. A little hesitant. But it goes to all the gears. And I hit the brakes again because somebody was there on the path, and now noisy again. Diamondback Wildwood needs a little more work, but certainly back usable again. I like the Diamondback brand of bikes. Thank you so much for watching.